Hello and welcome. I'm Nick,
And I'm Sarah.
and this is Beyond the Closet. Okay, so back to Tough Guy.
Yep.
What were your thoughts on chapters 11 through 15? I'm so irritated with these two boys. It's ridiculous.
Okay, I think Rachel Reed is a very good writer. Of
Yeah, she
course.
writes it so well.
She is an amazing writer.
Mm.
My only issue is the boys.
Yeah, but that's why she did it. You know what I mean? She's making them like this in order to like rage bait you. And then
Yeah,
you
you
have
think so?
Yeah, it's rage bait. She's rage baiting you so you will keep reading and then be like, "Oh, this is why," because we still don't know why Ryan is like flipped out or whatever. We still don't know about that.
Yeah.
We still don't really know what's going on with him. So there's got to be things and reasons why this happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that's why I think she did it, and I think that's clever. I really like her way of writing. The way she writes these characters is great.
Fabian is just kind of a pick me boy.
Currently,
Currently,
yes,
yeah.
he is. I do think he has potential to change that though.
Yeah.
I think he'll learn from this experience.
Okay. I
But
hope so
yes,
too.
he is being a pick me boy right now. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Ryan didn't want to do anything. He was like, I can't. I don't want to like mess this up. And Fabian was just like, it's okay. I get it. Like
Yeah.
I just didn't really like that. I didn't like that sass that he gave him and made him feel guilty.
Also, I don't know what triggered Ryan into like wanting to clean himself up, wanting to step out of his comfort zone. Maybe
Yeah.
it is because of Ryan, but also Ryan kind of hurt his feelings a bit, and he also kind of hurt.
You mean you reversed it?
Yes, Fabian kind of hurt his feelings a bit,
Mhm.
but then Ryan was also. I love Ryan. I think he's great.
I do too.
I think he is kind of a pushover a bit.
Mm.
And I think that is because of his anxiety.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying that's a problem.
No,
Like
these are
that's
characters.
because I mean I kind of relate to that.
Me too.
Being a pushover because of my anxiety, not wanting to hurt other people's feelings.
Mhm.
But at some point, he's gonna have to start setting boundaries,
Mhm.
and I'm kind of excited to see when that starts to happen.
Yeah.
But like when he was at I can't remember his name, when he was at the party and the girl started to flirt with him.
Oh yeah, he was at Dallas Kent's party.
Yes, and
And
how he felt like he was being rude afterwards.
yeah.
And I'm like, honey, no, you don't need to feel that
First of all,
way.
you're gay.
It's not.
Second of all,
Don't feel bad.
you don't know them.
Yeah.
They're not your friend. That's a stranger.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like you don't need to feel bad for hurting somebody else's feelings for telling them no.
Yeah.
That's a boundary.
Mhm.
It's okay to create those. You
Mhm.
don't need to be an anxious little boy
Mhm.
by creating boundaries. I
Right.
mean, I get it. I'm working on creating boundaries myself.
Mhm.
But
He struggles with socializing with people.
yeah.
Mhm. But I think that that's definitely one of Ryan's flaws, and I think that the reason that's one of Ryan's flaws is also a reason why he kind of told Fabian he didn't want to do anything that night. But then Fabian was kind of just like felt led on, I guess, which I get. I get both sides of their perspectives. However, Fabian could have handled that differently.
Yes, because I'm gonna compare him to Kip
Mm.
because Kip would have been.
I was gonna say, don't shit on Kip.
I'm not shitting on Kip. Absolutely not. I would never. It's just the idea that if, let's say, Scott didn't want to go that far,
Yeah.
even though Scott initiated first,
I was gonna say he did.
Kip definitely would have been like, okay, no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do something else? Do you want to go home? Like, because then if Scott said like, I think I just want to go home, then Kip would have been like, okay, let me get your coat, let me get your shoes. If there's anything else that you need, let me know.
Yeah.
Like he would have been so sweet, not been like, okay, whatever, I get it, and then started crying, trying to be. Anyways.
Yeah, Kip definitely, and Kip also has more patience. One of the reasons I adore Kip is just because he's such a strong person.
He's very confident in himself, and he's confident that he's not worried about a relationship. He's not. That's not what he's focused on. He's focused on his career, trying to focus on his family, his friends, and so I think when you start to prioritize a relationship, then you can start to get a little cocky.
Yeah. But like, I love Kip, and I think this kind of reminds me of Scott and Kip at times. But
A
like,
little bit.
Fabian and Ryan just aren't really. They're sending each other signals, but they're not acting on those signals.
Yeah.
And then when they do, it's like, whoa, that was a mistake. You know? So like, I get why Fabian's frustrated. But that's not how you talk to someone. Like, regardless. That's not how you treat
It's
someone, especially if you've known him for so long.
yeah.
Like, that would just be straight. It's rude.
Yeah.
But I get why he's sad. Because he felt let on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And obviously not trying to shit on Rachel Reed's characters. That's not at all what we're doing.
No. This
No.
is
It's just
development.
pure yeah.
This
But
is character development.
yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes.
She did this on purpose. It's part of the story.
Did she say that like in an interview or
No,
something?
but that's definitely known. She made the characters do these things because that's what creates a good story.
That's kind of how Ilya was in the very beginning.
Exactly.
He was kind of
He was a jerk.
yeah, kind of a dick, and then he changes
Right.
over the course
And
of the
that's
book.
what Rachel did. She probably wrote these characters like this for a reason, because the way it's going so far, it's creating a good story. You know, for us to be interested in and want to know what's going to happen next. So there has to be flaws and problems that come along the way.
Yep.
So that's why I'm like, oh, there's so much yearning, but it's also like, fuck, it's so they're so irritating to me. But like, that's like I said, she probably rage baited us, which is funny because I think the way she wrote that was great, because
Yeah.
it's realistic and it's just, it creates good story, and I freaking love it. And I'm
Yeah.
excited to see where it goes. But I'm also like, I have no idea how this book's gonna end.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't know either, because like, you know, with Heated Rivalry and
I
Game
can't
Changer,
predict it.
I can't
It's
either.
so
I have
weird.
no idea what's gonna happen.
I'm usually so good at predicting, and I just can't predict it this time. It makes
Me
me
neither.
irritated.
I'm really not confused, but like, I just don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like, what if they don't end up together? That'd be kind of crazy.
That would be crazy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm sure they will, but
yeah,
they can't not. It's a romance book. I don't think any of them will die either.
hell
No.
no. These books are not made for that.
No, they're not those kind of books.
Mm.
But like, I think that, yeah, I just don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if it's like, because there's no sequel to this one. The only ones that there are sequels to are Shane and Ilya.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And there'll be another one eventually, Unrivaled. But like, I'm wondering, are we gonna see more of these other characters someday too?
Maybe.
I would be interested in reading more about them. I would love to see Scott another book about Scott and Kip.
That'd be cute.
I'd read that immediately.
Yeah.
I would love that. But like, I think that these characters are so interesting because we haven't seen them on screen and we don't know their story. So that's why we're like, how is this gonna end?
Yeah.
You know? That's how, when I read Red, White, and Royal Blue, I had no idea how it was gonna end. Zero clue.
Honestly.
Didn't know what was gonna happen. And then I read it and I was like, oh, okay. And it ended the same way in the book. Or in the movie.
Yes.
There were some things I didn't like about the movie, but it was still good. I wish they included June.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she would have been a good character to have.
Mm-hmm, for sure. But anyway, back to Ryan and oh my god, Fabian. They're about to go back to one of their apartments from the last chapter we just read.
Yep, that was the ending of the last
So
chapter.
they're about to act on something. They're about to do some kind of activity.
Yep.
They're probably going to be doing something sexual, obviously.
My concern is that it's not going to go well.
Yeah. Which would be a lot of up and downs in this whole situationship. That's what this is. This is a situationship.
Yeah. And I think, though, my other feelings, the other side of my brain, is like, but if it does go well, is it going to be cheesy?
Yeah,
Because then
I don't
it's
know.
going to be like, oh, the first time Ryan actually had a good sexual encounter was with Fabian in the book. And I'm like, I feel like I'm going to be like, it's kind of cheesy.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I definitely want to read more as we go and just like see how things pan out.
Yeah.
Because like I said when we started this, I knew nothing about these characters. Literally zero clue. All I knew is that he played music and Ryan played hockey. That's all I knew. That's all I knew. I definitely knew it was a different type of story. And I definitely think it is an interesting type of story. And so far from what I've seen on like people talking about it on like TikTok and like Instagram, definitely they think this is the most underrated one.
Yeah.
So like, and Rachel had said that if she wanted to explore more other than Shane and Elliot, she would want to do it with Ryan and Fabian.
Yep.
And I said that's interesting because I've heard a lot about them, and it sounds like they possibly might be in season 2,
That'll be so exciting to
which
see
I
them.
would love to see.
Who? Okay, I have a question for later.
Mm.
If you want to hear it now.
Ask me now. I don't care.
Who do you think would be two good people to cast?
Ooh, fan casting.
Yeah.
So I definitely think here's the thing about that. Fan casting, I'll do a fan cast. However, I'm sure I will most likely 100% be really cool with happy with whoever they cast, because I think
Yep.
they should keep casting actors that aren't as well known.
Yes.
And I really like that they're doing that, and I love that Hudson and Connor are getting their, they started their career, they kickstarted their career with this. This is
Yep.
like their big thing. This is how they're gonna get into more stuff and stuff like that. And I want other actors to be able to do that too,
Yeah.
like newer actors. But if I wanted like fan cast, like just for like funsies,
Yep.
honestly, I keep seeing for Ryan, I keep seeing Kit Connor from Heartstopper with a really big beard.
Yeah, because he can grow a beard.
He can. I've seen him with a beard. He has a beard now, like currently, and
I
it looks
feel
good.
like
I'm like, that's Ryan.
what's funny is that even Kit Connor with a beard,
Mm.
he still kind of has that like a baby face,
Mm-hmm.
and so I don't think I'd be able to get over that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, I'm so used to seeing him playing a teenager
Yeah.
in Heartstopper.
Yeah.
Um, that I'm like that would be great casting. I
Mm-hmm.
think he just needs to get older
Yeah.
faster.
Mm-hmm. Depending on the yeah, depending it definitely depends on the character age, but like that's who I sometimes think of when I see um Ryan. But then again, I also can't really think of anybody else.
Yeah.
I just think that we will know when they're casted. Be like, yeah, that's them.
Yeah,
You
because they
know,
did a really good job for Shane and Ilya.
and Scott and Kip too.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Scott's blonde in the books. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Oh yeah.
But Scott is technically blonde in the books. But like,
But
I
now I can't
love
stand him.
Francois
Okay.
so much. He's
Yeah.
brunette. He's brunette now. It's okay.
Yeah.
And like sometimes blondes can be kind of like have like brown tints in their hair or
Yeah, like
whatever.
mushroom blonde,
Yeah.
dirty blonde.
So I was like, I love that they casted Francois, and obviously Robbie is amazing as well, and Hudson and Connor, they're also talented, and they brought these characters to life perfectly.
Yeah.
Like it is crazy when you read the book. You're like, oh my god, that's literally what is on my screen right now.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they'll do a great job with casting them, Ryan and Fabian, if they do bring them into into season 2. But I've also been told that someone from Role Model also might be in season 2.
Ooh,
His name's
that'd be
Troy.
fun. Is he main character?
I think so.
Okay.
I don't know for sure though, because a lot of people love Role Model, and I don't know much about Role Model or Common Goal. I only know Game Changer and Heated Rivalry, and obviously the one we're reading now.
Yeah.
That's it. But I know Kyle from the Kingfisher is in Common Goal. The one that Kip was. It was also he was also in Game Changer. He was the bartender at Kip's bar. That's
Oh,
Kyle.
that's amazing.
That book's about Kyle, which I
Okay.
think will be interesting.
Yeah.
So we'd technically already have him casted. We would just need to know who would be playing the other person. I don't know the character's name, and I'm really excited to get to it. But I love the idea of just the constant like back and forth between these two current characters that we're talking about.
Yep.
Ryan and Fabian. Do you have anybody you fan cast, or is it like with me where it's like when you know?
I think I know what I'll know.
Right.
Because like one, I'm really terrible at thinking of names on the spot.
I can't think of anybody right now.
And like for Fabian,
I cannot think of anybody for Fabian, but I know when they cast him, it will be perfect.
yeah.
They'll crush it for sure.
I can't think of anybody.
I can't think of anybody either, but like I sometimes I'm like, okay, Kit Connor wouldn't be too bad if he was older, like you said.
Yeah.
But like then again, he's also already kind of doing his own. He's kind of doing Heartstopper right now. I mean, that's ending, but you know what I mean. Which
Yeah.
I think would be cool. I mean, like I really liked the. I mean, I'd also love to see the friends casted too. Fabian's friends. in
Yeah.
the show. Like it'd be cool to see Vanessa, but
So speaking of that, Marcus.
I think you're right. I think that's the same Marcus that's friends with Rose. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think he's Rose's friend.
was he like a movie star or like a singer?
I think he was an actor with Rose, right?
An actor? Okay. Because then if he's an actor, then how does he know Vanessa? But then they said that Vanessa knows everybody.
So maybe Vanessa knows Rose.
I have a wonder if later in the book we're gonna see or hear about Rose, or like Rose is gonna be at a party or something. I had half expected for Tarek's birthday party for Rose to be there.
I love Rose.
It would have been really funny to see.
That would be funny. I love Rose, and I think it'd be cool to see her again. And I think it'd be cool to see like how all these characters just know each other, because the only characters that I can think of that are in the U.S. are Scott and Kip.
Yeah.
Because they're in what, New York? No.
Yeah, New York.
Are they?
Or Seattle?
I feel like it's Canada still. I feel like he just plays for New York.
I don't think it is.
I don't know. I don't remember, but I know he plays for a U.S. team.
Yes,
and
does.
so does Ilya. Technically, he plays for Boston.
Yes.
But I don't know. But like, I think it's interesting that all these characters somehow intertwine. I want to know who all knows each other.
Yeah, I'm just excited to see if Marcus knows Rose, if they're the same
If
character.
it's the same Marcus, because like I don't see why it wouldn't be.
And maybe this is completely like obvious to somebody else.
Yeah, like we might just sound really dumb to you guys right now, but
who cares? Don't judge us.
Yeah, leave us alone. But no, Marcus could definitely be the same Marcus. I definitely want to know more about Vanessa.
Yeah.
All we really know is that she's Fabian's really good friend.
Like, where did she come from? Where did she go?
I mean, we know she works at a sex shop.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of all we know. That, and she's kind of like sassy. She's kind of like when Fabian was like, yeah, we like kind of kissed, and then he kind of just left and didn't want to do anything. Vanessa was kind of just like, and they met for coffee. And
Yeah,
Vanessa was kind of just like, figure it out.
Vanessa was kind of the voice of reason, though.
Yeah.
Because she was the one that had the idea that maybe Ryan was like traumatized from the past.
There's something that we do not know yet.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting to find out what that is.
Yeah.
And I think that she might be onto something for that. And I think she also was very like, hey, you have to fight your own battles on this one. And Fabian just has to realize that about himself.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be able to do everything on his own.
Yep.
Or like he needs to be able to do a good chunk of stuff on his own, but he's not going to be able to do everything with Vanessa's help.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's interesting. I feel like we don't know much about Tarek like at all.
No.
Other than it was his birthday recently.
I think Tarek is more of a side character.
Oh, for sure.
Like side character.
For sure. He just pops up when they're all together.
Yeah. But him and Marcus are together somehow.
They're what?
Him and Marcus, aren't they like together?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because
I thought they left the party together or something happened with them.
No, Tarek was looking at some guy with like big back tattoo or something. But okay. I think Marcus was hanging with Vanessa. Okay. But I still think that Marcus somehow knows Rose, and that Vanessa might know Rose as well. And I just think everybody kind of knows each other. I want to know this universe has so many characters.
Yeah.
And I just want to know who all knows each other, how they met, blah blah blah. Because Ilya definitely knows a good chunk of people, and I want something I am hoping for in Unrivaled or in season 2 of Future Rivalry. I really want Ilya and Shane to meet Kip.
I want them in a room together.
Yeah. They have not met. They never interacted once in the show.
Except on the ice. That was it.
Nope.
Well, not Kip and the other two, but just Shane and Ilya and Scott have all interacted
on the
ice.
But Shane and Ilya have not interacted with Kip, is what I'm saying.
Yes.
They've interacted with Scott, but they have not talked to Kip. So I'm over here like, oh my god, I need them to meet Kip.
I just wonder if there could be like a little small fight between the three of them, and then Kip is just either on the sidelines watching.
He is.
Or is like, hey, can you not?
Can we not? Yeah.
Like, can you fuck off, please?
Yeah, for sure. Because I know for sure that Scott and Ilya would bump heads.
Yeah.
But I think that Shane definitely gets along with Scott more.
But Kip, I feel like, is very good at being like stopping a fight and being like, hey, can you not?
And Shane was kind of like
fucking
that
food
in My
outside.
Dinner with Hayden.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like, come on, you guys. I literally put this whole meal together and you're fucking ruining it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All because you're both so hot-headed.
Yeah, for real. But like, I would love to see Kip interact with them. But I'd
Yeah.
also love for them to see. I'm hoping they meet Fabian and or Ryan or someone meets Ilya or Shane. Because I know that Ryan.
Because Ryan would probably go up to Ilya and be like, "Hey, how's
How are
it
you
going?"
doing? Because they knew each other.
Yeah.
They watched Fast and Furious.
And Ryan knows this side of Ilya that Shane also kind of knows and understands that like him being a dick is just a mask.
Yeah, it's just kind of for the show. It's not really like real.
Yeah.
It's kind of just an act for like people to see publicly, and he's just not like that in real life. And I think that's funny that he also can see that way.
Yeah, which I think they'll probably all get along pretty well because then Shane will be like, "Oh, somebody else understands." Like somebody actually understands that like this is the way I see Ilya too.
Yeah, but then he also might be like, "Who are you?" No, I don't know, but I think it'd be cool to see Shane meet these other characters and Ilya as well, because I'm sure they like it's been expressed in the book that they know who these people are. Mm-hmm. Like Shane knows who Kip is. Ilya knows who Kip is because they were like they saw them. Sorry guys, they saw them kissing on the ice.
Yes.
So they know that he exists.
Everybody knows who Scott is and his sexuality
and
who
Kip too.
is.
But like I'm pretty sure Ilya's technically met Kip off screen.
Probably.
Because he went to that bar
Yes.
in Game Changer.
Yep.
And I think he saw Ilya. So he might have met Ilya.
Yeah.
But like what I want Shane to meet Kip. Because Shane and Kip are like some of my favorites. I love them. Yeah. I love all four of them. But like I want them to meet and I want there to be a double date and I want it to be super chaotic and freaking hilarious.
Yes.
I think that would be so funny.
Like, can we just get some short stories here?
Yeah, can you give us a short story of a double date between Scott and Kip and Shane and Ilya? That would be great.
Also a theoretical fan fiction of gay hockey player support group.
Yeah, period.
And then they all just show up.
Everybody shows up and is like, wait, what? You too? Yeah. And it's the whole team.
Oh my god.
It's the whole team. Hayden shows up. What? but what's her name?
Rachel Reed?
No, Hayden shows up and they're just like, what about Jackie?
Oh my god.
I'd be like, dude, what the hell? No, Hayden's not gay.
No.
But yeah, I think that would be cool to see something like that. A short story would be cool. And I don't know, like, I don't know what it's like to be in an author's perspective. So like, if this is the closing of these characters, I'll respect that 100%. Yeah. I just hope it's something that I will enjoy.
We're only halfway through the book and we haven't even reached the climax, so I have a feeling that something more will happen.
Then again, I feel like we have, but we haven't.
No, climaxes are usually after the first half of the book. Mm-hmm. And my prediction, because it kind of happens every time, is someone's not ready, they can't do it, and so they back off, and then they break up for a while. Yeah. That's just my prediction.
That kind of happened with Scott and Kip.
Happened with Scott and Kip, and it happened with Shane and Ilya. Mm-hmm. Where Shane just wasn't ready, Scott wasn't ready, and maybe it'll happen to Ryan, or maybe Ryan is confident enough that he's okay with this and wants to pursue it, and then maybe Fabian maybe fucks up, which would be a change of pace and be kind of nice, but
who knows? Yeah, I don't know. It's very kind of up in the air, and that's what I like. That's why I like reading this, because I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah. I really am trying to read more books that aren't something that's been adapted into a movie or show yet. Yeah. But could possibly be eventually. Yep. And I don't know if I told you, but before this became like wildly popular and before it became a show, I had seen Heated Revelry on the books shelf before. I knew what it was. Yeah, I don't know if you did too. I knew what it was.
See, I'm always so bad about that because I see the books on the end of the aisle at Target. I never pick them up. I just go, oh, that sounds cheesy, and I put it back.
I look at it and I'm like, oh, that's cute. That sounds interesting. And I picked it up. I think I picked it up, but I know I saw it. I know I saw the Heated Revelry cover, and I was like, interesting. And then I was like, oh, that's being made into a show. Yep. And I was like, cool. And I was like, I should probably read this now.
Yep.
But I wish I had read it beforehand.
Yeah.
You know?
And
it's hard to know that when you're
yeah,
gonna know. So that's why I'm like, we should read more of these and then be like, oh my god, they're making this into a series or whatever, like Song of Achilles. That needs to be made into a series. I think it would work better as a series than a movie.
Yes, I agree because there's so many plot points that you need to
Correct.
watch out for.
HBO, I'm talking to you.
Yeah.
HBO or HBO, I feel like
or Stars.
Yeah, I feel like HBO Stars or like Paramount would do it.
Mhm.
And I would get Paramount if that's what it came to. I'd get Paramount
I'd
Plus.
get anything.
Yeah, I would watch it on anything. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I think that.
And then season 2, or well, I don't know what you would call it, the whole show, but yeah, a series of Song of Achilles. But I also really want to see her other book, Circe, on screen.
Okay.
That one might be better as a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Just because a lot happens, but you don't need to include everything.
Yeah.
Whereas a Song of Achilles, it's kind of important because now I'm just going on a tangent, but it's throughout the whole show, you cannot suspect that it's a memory from Patroclus.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the book, you realize he's repeating all of this as a memory to Achilles' mom.
Mm-hmm.
And throughout the whole show, so you can't
really cut stuff out. It wouldn't make sense.
Let me just put this out there. As someone who has read the book several times, you cannot start the show with the ending some shows try to do, where at the very beginning of the episode you play a scene that would be normally at the end of the book in order to entice the watchers. You cannot do that. It would be like cheating. And then you have to watch the show and you have to hear the narration of Patroclus.
Yeah.
But you cannot be it can't you have to it has to be written in past tense. But you cannot give any spoilers as to him describing the events as if it were a memory.
Yeah.
Because you have to wait until the ending to realize, oh my god, he's repeating this as a memory. That's where you got the readers. That's where you hooked them and they started crying.
Yeah.
And then the very last page is where they started sobbing.
Yep.
Like it wasn't just when Patroclus got killed or when Achilles got killed, because we all know that was going to happen. It was how she writ the last
Spoilers,
10 pages.
by the way.
It's been out for a decade.
Yeah.
Anyways. And sorry, when something has been out for the past like 5 years or more, I'm just gonna be like, should have read it by now. Should have seen it.
I didn't read it too long ago. I feel like it was like what was that in 2024, 2020? Yeah. Or no?
You read it last year.
Did I?
Yeah.
Was it beginning of last year that I finished it? I think it was. Yeah, I think I finished it at the beginning of last year because I remember we had times when you'd come over and we'd read it together.
Yep.
And I remember it being cold out still, so I think it was the beginning of the year.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's just my take on what you need to do. What you need to do for the show.
Absolutely, and I think that hopefully.
Or get me on the project. I don't know. It's up to you.
Yeah, I think they'd be cool to see that as a show. I definitely think it would work better as a show than a movie.
Yeah.
Because there'd be less to crunch in, and it'd be cooler to see episodes, and then it's just split into parts, and I think that would just work better. Tomorrow, we will be at C2E2, Chicago Comic-Con, March 27th through 29th.
Yep.
Be there. It's so much fun.
Yep.
I'd been going for the past few years, but I took you and your fiance there last year with Claire. It was the four of us, and you'd never been to a Comic-Con. Tell people what I'm kind of putting you on the spot, sorry, but tell people what it's like to experience a Comic-Con for the first time. How would you describe that to someone?
So if you have social anxiety or don't like big crowds and tight spaces, don't go. But if you're willing to deal with that and you don't have those things, then yeah, for sure go. Because minus all of that, that's just like the beginning, that's stage 1.
Yeah.
Safe one is getting over all of the crowds and everything. It's very loud, it's very crowded, it's very chaotic. However, if you can deal with that and you can have the patience, going through it's truly amazing because you're at home and you watch the show by yourself, you read the book by yourself, you're obsessed with these things, you have a few collective friends that you talk about it to, but they might not totally understand. And then you go into this world of just a couple thousand people are sitting in this huge building that all have the same ideals as you.
Yep.
And these people have the same passion, the same drive, the same I love these characters. They even come and dress up as them, and you get to meet like-minded people, and it's truly amazing. And then you get to see the merchandise, which
Oh
is
my
my
God.
favorite part, because you can look up the art online, but when you can actually see the artists and talk to them and feel their tangible art and buy something from them, that's something else entirely.
Artist Alley is pretty cool.
Artist Alley is my favorite part because you have such talented people, amazing talented people who make this art because they love the show so much they needed to put it out there.
Yep.
And you get to purchase it and you get to put it on your own walls and it's amazing and beautiful and you get to look at it and you get to say, hey, I met that artist, I have their card, I follow them on Instagram, I got to meet them at C2E2, and
Or
their art
whatever
is
Comic Con.
at whatever Comic Con, and it's just so cool.
Yeah.
And then you go to the library and you get to see all these books, all your favorite books, and then you get to see, oh my god, that's the author.
Yeah.
Sitting over there. That's incredible. And then you just go stand in line, you get your book signed, and you have a full conversation with them.
Yep.
Because usually with the authors, nobody really goes to meet the authors.
Depending on the author.
Yeah, so most of the time authors are free. You just get to stand in line. It's
that I didn't know.
Most of the authors are free. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, because that was how it was when I went to go meet TJ Klune.
Interesting.
Yeah, I just stepped in line and there wasn't. I think at least I was pretty sure. I just stood. I checked their schedule, stood in line, bought a book.
Cool.
Bought a couple of books from him, and then got it signed. And he was a really sweet dude. He was really cool.
Yeah, we should read some of his books on the pod.
Yes, because his books are really cool. And I introduced one of his books, Under the Whispering Door, I think, and my brother and sister loved it.
Yeah.
And then they started reading more of TJ Klune's books.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that.
Yeah, and I think they've been like reading almost all of them.
Hell yeah.
Really fucking cool.
But yeah, no, they do charge for the most part for most stuff that you want to. If you want to meet people at Comic Con, like actors, celebrities, it's usually that's just the protocol of how cons work.
Yeah.
Authors might be different though, but
yeah, usually if you sorry.
No, it's okay.
Usually if you want to get a signing or meet somebody, it is a bit more expensive and it costs money.
But it's so worth it.
It is very worth it. When you get a signing, you get more so like you can get a few more words out before you leave. But if you're taking a photo op,
it's quick.
It is quick, in, out, done. You don't even have. They are giving you directions where to go, how to stand, and then as quickly as you don't even have time to say, hi, you're my favorite ever. You have to be concentrating. You have to really concentrate hard on what you want to do, what you want to do, and you have to have a backbone and say, I want to do this specific position, because otherwise you're just going to get pushed over there, stand there, smile, take photo, out.
Yeah, and
you don't have time to say hi. You don't have the time to say, how are you?
I did for some of mine. When I met Simu in New York, I got to say hi and he said, good to see you again. I was like, oh, he already recognized me, so that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
It depends on, honestly, it depends on the pacing of the line and how long the line is and if they need to be at a panel next or if they need to be back at their autograph table.
Yep.
It really just depends. But like most of the time, yeah, it's a really quick process. It's kind of a high and by, I would say.
Yeah.
Like when we met Mason Thames.
I feel like we stood there for a while.
We stood there for a second. We stood there for a second because we gave him the little toothless that he held up in our photo.
Yes.
And then we were like, hi, and we introduced ourselves, and he was like, hey, guys, and then we took the picture.
Yeah.
Same thing with Dante Basco, too.
Dante Basco was easy, too.
Yeah, and it was quick, but it was like we were able to like talk for a second.
Yeah, I'm comparing it to Brendan Fraser, where, he had several panels, He
Yeah.
had several photo
Oh, that was
ops,
so cool that we
several
saw him. That
signings.
was so cool.
Yeah, he was running around with
He was
like from
busy
thing.
man.
He was very busy. I'm sure he did not get a chance to sit still.
And he's still going to them, by the way.
That's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so proud of him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it was just very, very long lines, but it was
It's so
super quick.
worth it.
They really try and get you in and out because there are like 200 people behind you.
Yeah,
Who
depending on the
also
person
want to
you're
see
in
the
line
same
for.
person.
Yeah, I would say if you're going to Comic-Con and you want to meet your favorite actor or whatever, I would definitely say give it a shot. Give it a
Yeah, for
go.
sure. Oh, please do.
Like,
Because then afterwards you get a photo and you can get a frame and you can hang it up and you get to say, hey, I met this person. They're really cool. They're really sweet. And you can follow them later and see what else they're doing.
yeah,
And
like I had told you, I love Shang-Chi and the Legend of Ten Rings, and I wanted to meet Simu for the longest time, for so long. And I met him in New York, and it was all worth it.
Yeah.
He was literally the kindest human ever. And like, I'm meeting Charlie Cox on Saturday with Claire from Daredevil, and we're really excited about that. But like, yeah, no, honestly, like a good first Comic-Con experience if you're in the Midwest area, I definitely recommend C2E2 as one of your first cons.
Yeah, that one was easy. Fan Expo is
Fan
a
Expo's
little.
fun.
Fan Expo was fun, but if you think C2E2 is crowded,
Mm.
Fan
Fan Expo is
Expo.
just smaller, so it's gonna be more crowded.
Yes.
But it's
And
still really fun.
yeah, and that one I found very confusing because it was it was a little bit more of like, okay, where do we go?
Yeah, the show
Like, I
floor we
don't
weren't
know.
familiar with.
Yeah.
C2E2 is kind of just one giant room.
Yeah.
With Fan Expo, like autographs were like upstairs, or some of them were and some of them weren't.
It was really confusing because there was the big room, and then you had to go down a hallway, up into a lobby, up a flight of stairs. Oh,
Yeah.
that's the wrong stairs. Now you can't get back down
Yeah.
unless you go through this hallway, up through this room, downstairs.
Yeah.
And it's like
It was a little confusing.
It was really confusing, and the
But
maps do not help.
but it was still a great time.
It was
And
a
now
really
that
good
we
time.
know where things are, we should be able to handle it better if we go this year.
Yep.
Because now, this year, the cast of Smallville is going, and for those who know, me and Claire have been watching Smallville, so you might go to that. And they just announced from Supernatural
Jared Padalecki
is going to be there. So as soon as that was announced, I was like, okay, it looks like
I screamed.
we're possibly going now. So, but I would definitely recommend Comic Cons if you're like into like what we talk about on here. There will be stuff at vendors related to like romance novels, LGBTQ. Like there's a lot of good stuff in the artist alley. Has a lot of good vendors for the stuff that we talk about on this pod.
Yeah, and it's funny too because like you don't have to be into anime, you don't have to be into Marvel in order to go to these things.
No,
there is something for everyone.
There really is.
Because like my
Oh,
my fiance, who he's not really a Marvel fan, he's not a Star Wars fan, he's not a Lord of the Rings fan, he's not really a huge fan of any of those things, and yet he has a ton of fun at C2E2
yeah.
because he gets to look at there's some sports stuff, there's video games that he loves,
Yeah, there is a cool gaming area.
and there's a lot of really cool art and stuff from TV shows like Futurama, SpongeBob.
Yeah,
Parks and
SpongeBob will
Rec.
be there.
Yes, he will be. And so, yeah, even if you think like, oh, there's probably not something I'm going to enjoy, just go anyway because I'm sure that there is something that you will enjoy.
People think
even the panels too. Like
panels are fun.
Those can be a lot of fun, and even if you just want to chill out and there's a free panel, go in the back and just listen. It's cool to listen to somebody's like personal views and opinions because Alex went to go see John Cena.
Oh, did he?
Like, yeah.
Oh, that was at Fan Expo, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I forgot
and
he went to that. Yeah.
That was interesting because he isn't really like a wrestling fan, not really like a John Cena fan, but it was really cool to hear what he had to say anyways because he had a lot of really good advice on life.
John Cena's just a humble human being.
He's a really humble human being, and so it was really cool to hear what Alex told me that he said.
Yeah.
It was like you can spend your entire life trying to go for 100%, but John Cena really does live his life at like a good 70%. If 70% of the time he can do the right thing, then he's doing fine.
Yeah.
He lives his life at kind of a C average.
Yeah.
And like if it gives you, as when a celebrity says that, it kind of gives you a little bit of like
hope,
sigh of relief, because if you start to compare yourself to celebrities who like they look like they're doing everything right 100% of the time, not every single one of them John Cena.
Yeah.
I mean, he's super built. He's strong. His mind is focused. He eats healthy. Blah blah blah. He still, even he has like tough days. Even celebrities have tough
It's
days.
not just us.
Yeah. Like, if you think about it, if your life is a struggle, their life is also probably a struggle.
And
they just have more money and show off a little bit more.
And I was telling people, some people are like, "Oh, why is this guest going to Comic-Con? They don't play a superhero." I'm like, it's not just
It's not just
superheroes and like nerdy stuff. There's gonna be people there from like uh The Good Place or whatever. Like any actor or from movies or shows usually go to these to meet their fans. It's a community for all pop culture.
Yeah. It's just called a Comic-Con because that's how it first started.
Yeah, it's just a convention for like,
it's like Hot Topic.
Yeah,
It
it's
started
everything.
out as a scary place with dark lighting and scary music in the mall, but now it's turned into anime and fun light stuff.
Yeah, it's such a fun time. I highly recommend going if you guys haven't been to a Comic-Con. But we should probably wrap it up for today.
Yes.
But we will see you at C2E2, and then thanks for joining us. We will be reviewing Tough Guy next week. So next week, we will be reviewing chapters, let's see, 15 through, or 16 through 22, maybe? Hang on.
Up to 20 is 4 chapters.
So let's do...
Do you just want to make it bigger and do 16 to 25?
Yeah. Let's do 16 through 25.
Yeah.
We're going to read this before next week. We are going to read chapters 16 through 25. So if you want to follow along with us, that's what we'll be reading. We will be reading chapter 16 and we will be finished by reading chapter 25. So stop at before chapter 26.
Yep.
So we will see you then, and have a good one, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.